The second part of your three-step business audit for 2026, as a business creator who really has to take control of your business, have lean systems, and do everything that you want to accomplish without the chaos, is basically to simplify. You'd have heard this from every possible creator, every possible coach that you have invested in. But 2026 is all about simplifying your systems. And here are the exact systems that I simplified in my business. And I have helped 35 plus coaches as a funnels and automations and a systems consultant for my clients. Is that I basically start by simplifying their tools. Oftentimes when people come to me, they come to me with systems like ActiveCampaign, they have tried Kit, they have tried Go High Level, they have tried Kajabi. They have literally tons of systems, literally paying for those subscriptions, and those systems are with them. And the recent client that I spoke to have literally been spending around $600 every single month because they did not know how to make things talk. And that's exactly why they hired me. And we helped them get rid of most of the subscriptions, and I help them stick with Go High Level because that is literally something that has everything that you need. Like one of the tools, one of the best things that it can do is obviously to automate everything in your business, because I'm a big systems nerd. I'm a big systems girly. You talk about it. I always ask you what sort of automations that you have in your business. What sort of systems do you have in your business? How is it helping you? How is it converting leads for you? It's just all about what I do pretty much. So think about the tools and try to simplify it. Try to bring it down to just 1, 2, or 3 tools that you can use for your business, because that creates a lot of clarity and that brings a lot of momentum into your business. The second thing, obviously, is to see the email automation platform. Like I mentioned, a lot of you would have MailChimp, a lot of you would have like Kit, because I've seen people with so many things under the brand name. So stick with one. Oftentimes, I like sticking with ActiveCampaign if you already have an account, because I know that the deliverability is definitely decent for a lot of people. And stick with definitely Go High Level if that's what you use, because as somebody who builds every funnel and automation inside of Go High Level and having a small agency where we serve clients predominantly with Go High Level, this is something I would highly recommend everybody do that. Your CRM system, once again, try to bring it down. I know there are so many systems like Dubsado, there are so many, there is Honeybook. Just see where you want your audiences to really, what do you want them to do after they find you? I think this is one question that I asked in my business. And after trying every CRM under the sun, I came back. I do have a Go High Level account, but I came back to utilizing Trello for my business. And I use it with a plugin called the Crumble, CRMBLE. It's something I figured out like probably almost a year ago. And as a service provider, that is more than enough. That is more than sufficient. If you want a video, just let me know in the comments and I can create a video on that for you. But it gives me pretty much more what I need for my business in order to just, get my clients. Because as somebody who believes in automations, I automate most of my processes using Zapier. So for my clients, I use Zapier, I use Pabbly, and I use Make.com. So personally for my agency, I use Zapier because that's something my brain is so used to right now. So I know what CRM system I need. I have tried everything like Moxie, everything. I still have a subscription to Moxie, which is still there, but I see that it's either too much for my business or things are like too little when I downgrade the plan, if you know what I mean. I'm all about lean systems, so which is why I started using like Trello for my business, and it's working really well because it keeps my head clean, and I'm always like a clean girly, so it keeps my head very clean. Now, the invoicing system. I use Thrivecart personally. I have recommended Thrivecart to a lot of different businesses. If you're trying to keep your sales pages on Thrivecart and then you think you can do automations, that is a big limitation that it has. But if you have something like Go High Level, obviously your invoicing system is going to be taken care of by Go High Level, or just use a basic Stripe system, or a Stripe Connect. If you have your courses hosted on Kajabi, that's totally fine. But please stick with just 1 or 2 systems, right? Your lead acquisition, this is where things come into picture. This is where you need to automate because you have like an entire system that brings things for you. Now with lead acquisition, one of the things that I see is people just think that posting a story or just posting a social media post is going to bring them results, and it's just going to bring them all of the sales and all of that. You need an email automation system, or you need something like a lead magnet. And my favorite lead magnet is a quiz funnel. I have built a lot of quiz funnels for my clients, and the open rates and the click-through rates from a quiz funnel is just insane. It's about 70% for most of the audiences. The average is about 55 to 60%, which is way, way, way more than email automations. But you always begin your system by triggering interest with something. And this is also something I've done inside a Go High Level, obviously, for my clients. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube account. Go ahead, look into the playlists. And I've actually posted a few of how the quiz funnel backend automations work and how we strategize all of this for our clients, because this becomes like your business backhand, right? Like, you want to know your business, you want to know what your audience is to, like the back of your hand. So that's when a quiz funnel is going to get you to nurture them, because even when you try to link your quiz to Pinterest, which is where you get most of your responses from a lot of times, and when you post it on like Instagram stories, obviously on TikTok stories and whatever, people start taking action on that, and that's when you start getting people inside. And once you acquire them, you need a system, like I always talk about, a lead nurture system, to actually start talking to them about your different offers. Not just blindly throw the offer in, but actually give them the option to understand more about what your business does, what you do as a person. It's more human to human these days, right? The connection is very, very different, which people need to understand, at least leading into 2026, because that's what is going to make you sales. That's what is going to bring you people. I want to be connecting with you as a person and not just as a brand, just telling you, hey, give me your money. That's not what anybody wants, right? Next thing is to simplify the social channels that you post on, because a lot of times, me included, I have tried multiple different platforms that works for me, and I revealed in part one the actual platforms that work for me. Go back. I also gave you some strategies. Go back to part one of this video and figure out all of that. But just be on 2 to 3 platforms. I know Gary Vaynerchuk talks about being on every platform, but trust me, it just leads to burnout. I've been there. I've tried all of that. For me, on YouTube and on Instagram, both short form and long form videos worked really, really well. So I decided to stick with that, right? And most importantly, simplify the types of posts that you do. It's not about creating a lot of information. For instance, I may create a short version of this video and also expand it into a YouTube live, also expand it into an Instagram live, maybe do carousels around this post, post it to threads, just with the text. Maybe if I get my audiences, maybe you have your audiences on LinkedIn, take the exact same transcript of this post and post it to LinkedIn. There are so many ways to repurpose the exact same post. It's not about creating more, it's about creating smartly in 2026, because it's about human to human connection.